Hey guys, Motorcarnut here, and today we're going to be replacing rear brake pads on a 2008 and up JK Wrangler. Not that hard to do. Save yourself a lot of money if you do it yourself. You take the wheel off. You're going to have a 19 millimeter. All right, to get the lugs off, take the wheel off, and we're going to be at this point right here. Well, of course, you back up. You got to jack the car up and make sure you use jack stands. Don't rely on the jack. Jack is for lifting weight, not holding it. Has pistons that can blow and crush you. All right, you use a stand, a solid metal stand, jack stand, and then we continue. Over here, we got two bolts, one here and one on the bottom. These are 13 millimeter. We'll take them off, put a little screwdriver in here, pry it, and slide the caliper piston right off. And if you're taking out the bolt and this turns, you see this? You could put a wrench in here, or I think it's a 15 millimeter, or you could wedge a screwdriver in here to stop it from spinning. Okay, and then once you take them off, it's easy to do with a screwdriver, but it'll come off. All right, got the piston like this. You put it up like that. All right, don't let it, go lay on its own weight. That's not good. All right, we're gonna need a screw clamp to put the piston back in there. And I have another video. If you see this, all right, look at this. Look at that, metal to metal. Look at that. This rotor has to be replaced. All right, I'm gonna do the brakes, but don't think I'm keeping this rotor on. This rotor has to be replaced, but I'm just showing you how to do brakes right now. I have another video on how to replace the rotors. It's just basically take it off. You can watch that. And I have a video on when you hit the brakes and you hear metal noise, what that can be. Okay, watch that video. I'm going to link both of them to this video. And don't forget to take all these off. This hardware, there's 4 of them. All right. And what you want to do, you want to make sure that these move. All right, you could take them out, pop them out, and grease them up and put them back in. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, it's just very easy to do. Just pop them out like this. All right, you clean them up, clean the inside hole up, put the proper grease on there, and then we're gonna continue. If yours are frozen, you're going to have to get them out somehow and then, take the rust off them, clean them inside and out, and they ultimately have to slide nice. They can't bind. Because they bind, you're going to have problems with the brakes, and that's not good. And again, I always say this, doing brakes, if you're not comfortable doing brakes, have a professional do it. And these new ones go on. You see the little clip? You see that like this? So this goes in the back. You see over here? It goes in the back first, right? And then this part clips on like that. You see that? It's like a little spring tension. So the little piece goes in like this and then like that. And also different size. You see this? They're the same. The tab's in the front, but this one has a higher piece in the front. This one has a lower piece in the front. So wherever you're doing it, the lower piece is in the front, the higher flange is in the back. Higher flange is in the back, lower piece in the front, wherever you're doing it, okay? So they're different ones. They're not all exactly the same, all right? Just make a note of that too. All right, you put it in first and then you clip it down. And make sure it's completely seated like this, and you do the same thing on the other side. And look at the difference, what it's supposed to look like versus what it had. All right, and you see that this has a scraper, all right? And as the pads get low, this thing is gonna scrape on the rotor and make a crazy squealing sound. This one had it, but it broke off. You see over here? It broke off. Either it rotted off or they didn't care. They heard the squealing and they just kept going and going until it just ripped off. I don't know what the deal was there. And see, it says outer, so the better brakes have an outer and inner. All right, so this is outer. That means, of course, out. And inner is closer to the piston. That means inside. All right, easy way to do it is you put it in on an angle like this. All right, and just turn it. Just like that. You see? And the same thing with the other one. You put it in like this and you turn it, and make sure that the pad is bent going the same way as the rotor. Then you use a screw clamp and you screw it all the way in until it don't go no more. Go slow. Go like a half a turn, then a half a turn. Give a chance for the fluid, the brake fluid, to go back up. Like this. And now it can go over the thickness of the new ones like that. You see? And you put your 13 millimeter bolts, and we're gonna tighten them up. And then you torque these to 30 foot-pounds. They say 26, but you can put them to 30 foot-pounds nice and tight. Now, clean up everything. Like I said, I did this video, but I'm taking the rotor off because I didn't get the new ones yet, but I just wanted to show you how to do the brakes. All right, make sure you clean up everything, the slides, the pins, you lube them up, spray everything with brake cleaner, work nice and neat, all right, to get the job done. I have a video on how to do the front. That's with the rotors too, but you can just watch that video if you want to just do the brakes. And I also have another one that replaced the rotors too in the back, so if you want to watch that. And after you do this, exactly the same, you torque the lug nuts in a star pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, 90 foot-pounds, all right? Put it down, do the other side exactly the same, and when you're done, you go in the vehicle and you push the pedal. It's going to go all the way to the floor until it builds up the pressure again. You push it, and you push it like about 5 or 6 times, really, really hard. And then you start the vehicle, and then I'll show you. You check to see where you're at with the brake fluid. All right? Don't add brake fluid unless this thing was extremely low. You don't add it because you're going to throw off the sensors and have the same problem this person had. The light never came on because somebody overfilled the fluid in here, which is no good. You don't do that. All right? So if you're a little bit below the minimum, a little bit below the maximum, after you did the back and you pumped it and you're all good, leave it like that. Don't add, okay? And then you're good to go. You give it a test drive around the block, nice and slow. Make sure everything feels good. You don't hear no noises, and then you're good to go. All right, guys, Motorcarnut, please subscribe, hit that like button. Any questions pertaining to the video, leave them below. I answer all my questions. Appreciate all the feedback I'm getting from you guys and girls. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.